Imagine chooryu is going Cloud if they're on Battlefield.
Yep.
Oh, Pac-Man. I have heard this matchup. I'm pretty sure it can be a little hard for Pac-Man. I think maybe Cloud is the one more favored, but it's probably even.
Yeah, it's even. It's Cloud leaning just slightly.
Yeah.
The aerials are just well spaced enough that you can safely pressure on Hydrant. But yeah, it's going to be about who has the stage positioning, which I think if chooryu had his pick here, it was probably Battlefield for good reason.
Yeah, and I don't think Pac-Man really cares either. He can just hover over these platforms right now, put down Hydrant like right beneath it, and just kind of camp on the platform, wait for chooryu to come to him. And just play this almost like this ledge trap game where like all he's doing is staying at ledge and right at the right or left platform.
Yeah, we've got small interactions here, back and forth, small interactions, mostly Gray favored, but with the stage.
Oh, watch that, yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Going off stage with Cloud, especially Cloud fair fast fall, is a little bit dangerous. But looks like Gray.
Yeah, I don't think Gray was ready for it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, oh my God, you shouldn't have handed that to me. But
showing that trick that early though, Gray might be prepared for it next time around.
And I do like how Gray is kind of just camping this right platform the whole time, just putting down Hydrant like either a little to the left or a little to the right, and just charging left like bonus fruit.
Yep.
Just waiting for chooryu to do something, because chooryu is gonna do something and get hit by Bell.
Yep, get hit by the Bell fall too, and that's rough. Bell end up smash obviously.
And I want to see how chooryu can play around this little game plan, because it's definitely a solid game plan and it's working. chooryu I think just needs to, like, even though he's giving Gray what he wants by going in, I think Cloud has the luxury and the spacing to be able to just kind of safely pressure and just keep poking at Gray until he gets in.
Absolutely. He doesn't need to play impatient here either. I think that chooryu is really trying to force his openings here, and even though you are on Battlefield, you can play a lot safer. It doesn't matter if Pac-Man gets his bonus fruit charged up. What you're doing is you're trying to force your way in before, or I should say while Gray has all of his tricks in play. Trying to go for that climb hazard.
Yeah, and it's like I'm saying I want chooryu to go in, but I also don't want him to take a risk to go in, because one of Cloud's weaknesses, strengths, is like safe pressure. Safe pressure with back air, with dash, well, not really dash attack, but back air fair. Just the big sword moves, and chooryu, he took the risk with the up smash and it worked out, but a lot of his other percent has been because he's going in Gray's space and taking risks, and Gray's just ready for it.
Yeah, chooryu fantastic at holding advantage here. Oh, wow.
I've never seen that before.
The trampoline holding the limit blade beam. But yeah, chooryu is great at pushing his advantage state here, but in this neutral position, we're seeing a lot of like walk up, safe aerial, shield. What is he going to do? What's Gray going to do? But unfortunately, there hasn't been enough info, I think, to gather. So it's just a lot of neutral, a lot of get info before we move on to hopefully what's going to be an interesting and explosive last stock.
And I think the lack of info from chooryu definitely stems from him not really understanding what to do until like 2 or 3 minutes into the game. Because now I think chooryu understands the game plan. That's why we've been slowly getting closer to even though chooryu kind of lost his first stock pretty early. But I also want to see chooryu like try to catch bonus fruits. It's hard,
absolutely.
But you can just, especially if Gray is just charging bonus fruit, if you catch it and manage to catch it like an orange or like an apple, you can just hold it and just force him to do something.
Try to throw out some big stray things here. They're pretty even. I don't think he needs to do that. He can hold his limit, get the bonus stats from it, and constantly pressure climb hazard, kill at this percentage. But yes, the F smash is going to take it. And
it's just these risks. They're killing chooryu. Gray is doing a phenomenal job at capitalizing on these risks, because that's what his game plan kind of makes so easy for him. Is just, okay, sit on the platform. I'll take like a back air or two every now and then, but whenever you take the risk to try to take a stock, like I'm right there. I'm always ready for it.
Absolutely. Ooh, the hit lag from hitting the Hydrant I think may have thrown Gray off on the forward air there. But yes, the back air.
Swinging,
perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. You have the limit, hold the stats, hit the back air, use your drift to your advantage.
And this is where chooryu needs to make his money, but Gray is doing a really good job at just kind of avoiding everything. Yeah, just going back to the platform. That's kind of a safe space. Just stay there, yeah. chooryu just hasn't really done anything to make him not want to stay there.
Absolutely.
So I don't see why you abandon the game plan right now.
The Galaga is not a pressure from full screen. I don't think he really needs to worry about that. Wait it out or even try to catch it if he's throwing it from that far, but definitely don't be worried if he's got Galaga in the pocket.
Because Galaga's, it's a little slow. It's definitely it definitely gets a lot when you hit it though. Oh, like see, like
finishing touch, unnecessary risk. That could have been
even just a limit cross slash. That move is a lot safer. Oh yeah. Oh whoa.
Ooh,
I don't think Gray was ready. Like he was ready, but not ready for where the bell was going to actually hit him at.
Yeah, that was interesting. We're coming down to the wire with this one.
Yeah, and we still have 2 minutes on the clock. This isn't looking like a timeout, even though these two are definitely playing a slow. Yeah,
Yep.
that was amazing coverage by Gray.
Melon into down smash.
Yeah.
The Melon coverage on the fall down drift from Cloud. Cloud doesn't have a lot of options there. I mean, you can air dodge back to stage and potentially get hit before you grab the ledge with that down
Yeah,
smash.
I do think that's what the down smash was covering, was air dodge, but chooryu just didn't really do anything.
I think you just neutral air dodge, drift a little bit further in, and climb hazard recovery, and pray you don't get too framed. But
yeah,
if he's already charging the down smash, I think that's your best bet.
chooryu could have honestly just went all the way over with limit up B, but I think in his mind he just really wanted to hold on to limit because he didn't really get much with limit that game. He was hoping maybe, okay, like last hit, last stock, I can probably hit a limit because I've been missing it all game. I don't think he's too ready for it yet.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. So what's the adaptation? I'm going to ask it every single game too. I think we're hoping to see more patient play coming out from chooryu. It's really volatile to start on Battlefield, and I guess that's why you don't see it that often. You don't really get to get a read on your opponent. You don't get a lot of info. And here it is, the counter pick. I mean, you wouldn't even call it a counter pick, but PS2, give yourself more space, get a little bit more information out of your game, and play more patiently. That's the PS2 game plan. That's why it's the unequivocally top-picked first map that anybody plays on, first stage.
And I do think I think it can go both ways because Gray's game plan on game 1 on Battlefield was camp the platforms, and PS2 has still the platforms for him despite not being a top platform, and maybe that can help chooryu be able to navigate around it a little more and kind of stay on top of the platforms like that. But if you're Gray, I don't think your game plan is changing much, and chooryu the one that you need to force chooryu to adapt.
Absolutely.
And I think Gray is doing just that right now.
And you have a lot more space to play with your spacing aerials of your chooryu, so you just need to not get...
Yeah, Gray has been ready for those. He's been ready for the landing air dodges every single time.
Again, holding limit. This is good. This is what we want to see, and then we want to see a limit cross slash or blade beam, but that was just really poorly placed.
And I like that decision. Just throw chooryu up in the air and just set up shop. Just run to the platform, set up shop. Chooryu hasn't been able to deal with it.
Absolutely. Center stage PS2, you don't really have a kill threat at 87%, so definitely setting up shop is the move.
Catching the Galaga. Oh, I like that decision. Catch the charge Galaga and just throw it, and then recharge it, but that's going to be a stock.
Good on Gray to keep the patience there. Push himself forward after hitting the bell just to ensure that the forward smash is going to hit. Not going to make that mistake again in game 1.
And I definitely that's if you're Gray, you're glad you won game 1 because now you know, okay, whatever. You can laugh it off. Okay, I missed that, but now I'll know for sure for next time. And chooryu already being lapped. I think at this point he's a little frustrated. Like, oh my god, he is playing so lame. I want to just get in, but Gray is just ready for it. Gray has not changed his game plan, which is what you should do if they're not adapting to it.
Absolutely. Just keep doing what you're doing. And you can see chooryu still throwing out wild hits, coming out of shield a little bit early, trying to use climb hazards whenever Pac-Man is just drifting in and out. I mean, Pac-Man has incredible air acceleration. There's no reason for you to use climb hazard. Oh, tried to go for the finishing touch.
Just a little too high. I mean, it's fine. You got to take a risk. You're already behind a decent amount. But chooryu needs to just play a little more patient. I just feel like a lot of especially you know what?
Great.
Oh,
down smash, but the recovery is unfortunate, and it looks like he's standing up, a little bit frustrated. Wanted to recover from that. Could have been a great reset. Momentum is still in Gray's favor.
If you're Gray, you kind of have to take that out of game, mentality. Where if you see chooryu is visibly frustrated, okay, what I'm doing is working.
Keep on it.
Yeah, just keep doing it because he's gonna keep. Now he's playing a little more patient, but I mean it's still not working really.
I mean, Gray is dancing here. I mean, just weaving in and out, walking up, shielding, playing so safe, playing so measured, getting the conversions but not overextending for them.
But this could be huge for chooryu if chooryu just doesn't really spend his limit too early. Don't spend it now.
He's holding it. Wants the climb hazard. Yeah. Of course he wants the climb hazard. Of course we were expecting that there, but great safe drop option from Gray, keeping himself distanced.
Yeah, and just chooryu really hasn't been playing around. He's been going for Pac-Man every single time. Not really caring about the bonus fruit of the hydrant, and I think Gray is just ready for that because he can just dash back like wood grab, dash back forward smash, dash back whatever.
Absolutely. We're going to be looking for another climb hazard here.
Okay.
Oh, great fair. Good choice.
We still have limit, but I think limit's going to go away in a little bit. Okay.
It throws out the blade beam, but...
He kind of had to there.
Yeah, you had nothing else to do with that.
This is definitely doable, but you just... Oh, what a read.
Oh,